Good morning all. I am T.Sathesh Kumar, who is the course handling faculty of open elective course, namely electric and hybrid vehicles. Thus, electric and hybrid vehicles is 3 credit paper and assignment paper for you. In this paper, the first unit is electric vehicles. The electric vehicles are very good emerging technology and it is having high impact due to its advantages and advancement. Hence, most of the foreign countries are preferred to use the electric vehicle at present stage itself, and today we will see about the basic introductory idea of electric vehicles. In today's class, we will see the Unit 1 electric vehicle, in which we will see the basic introductory idea of the electric vehicles today. So it comes under the course outcome 1, which says about the enumerate the layout of electric vehicle, system components and electronic control system, under which the yellow one, the lesson outcome 1 is discuss the layout of an electric vehicle, under which the specific outcome 1 SO1 is to understand the basic concepts of an electric vehicle. So in here in contents, we will see what is mean by electric vehicle, then why electrical vehicles are necessary or needed, and diagrammatic parts of the electric vehicles. So before we are entering into the concept of electric vehicle, we must know the comparison between the conventional vehicle, battery electric vehicle or simply electric vehicle and the hybrid vehicle system. So in conventional vehicle system, there will be the fuel tank to store the fuel. Whereas in case of the battery electric vehicle system, there will be the battery to store the electricity as a resource for this battery electric vehicle. So in conventional vehicle system, there will be the ignition combustion engine to provide the mechanical energy for the transmission system of the conventional vehicle. So whereas in the case of the battery electric vehicle, there will be the electric motors to provide the mechanical energy for the transmission system of this electric vehicle. So this combination of these two, conventional vehicle and the battery electric vehicles, then it is said to be the hybrid vehicle. In case of the hybrid vehicle, there will be the conventional system as well as the battery vehicle systems. So this is more effective and high impact because all the time we cannot depend upon the fuels as a resource for this hybrid vehicle. On the other hand, all the time we cannot depend upon the electricity as a resource for this hybrid vehicle. So whenever there is a demand for the fossil fuel, at that time we can depend upon the electricity. Simultaneously, whenever there is a demand for the electricity, then at the time we can depend upon the fossil fuel as a resource for this hybrid electric vehicle drive system. So here we will see about what is electric vehicle or electric vehicle definition. So electric vehicle is a vehicle that uses one or more electric motors for its mobilization purpose or a propulsion. So electric vehicle is powered from the electric battery for its movement or its mobilization from its one place to the another place. Next, electric vehicle includes both short range applications and the large range applications. As short range applications have been concerned, electric scooty, electric bike are coming under the short range applications, whereas the large range applications are concerned, then the electric bus, electric car, electric rail are coming under the category of the long range applications. Next, so we know that the number of moving parts in the electric vehicle, we know that the electric vehicle will operate with an electric motor only, whereas this conventional vehicle will operate with the IC engine or internal combustion engine. So this is what the main difference in electric and the hybrid vehicle. So most of the automobile industries, almost all the automobile industries are recommending to use the electric vehicle only instead of the conventional vehicle, because we know that the size of population is keeping on increasing year by year. Hence, the dependency of the fossil fuels will be increased as we use the conventional vehicle systems. Hence, to avoid the dependency of the fossil fuels, we are going for the electric vehicle systems. So, because the fossil fuels used in the conventional vehicle system will emit the large number of carbon dioxide to the environment, and hence the environment will get polluted. In order to avoid such an issue, the automobile industries are recommending to use the more electric vehicles instead of usage of the conventional vehicles. Next. So we know that electric vehicles have very less number of the moving parts as compared to the conventional vehicles. So as the electric vehicles have less number of the moving parts, it will have the very low noise as compared to the conventional vehicles. So in electric vehicles, we will use the green energy resources like renewable energy resources like solar and wind as compared to the usage of fuels in the conventional vehicles. Hence, the carbon dioxide emission level will be very low to the environment when these electric vehicles have been concerned. Next, so when we use the more number of electric vehicles as the suggestions from the automobile industries, then we can reduce the dependency of the fossil fuel availability, because the fossil fuel availability may not be reliable in future. Next. So this is the diagram of the electric vehicle. So in which it consists of the battery pack. So inside this battery pack, it comprises coolant system, electric battery, and battery management systems. This battery management system will control and monitor the operating performance of the battery. Suppose if battery is operating and within the if the battery is operating within the safety operating limits of temperature, current and voltage, then this battery management system will connect the battery to the mechanical load. Otherwise, suppose if the battery is operating beyond the limit, beyond the safety operating limits of temperature, voltage and current, then this battery management system will disconnect the battery from the mechanical load. Hence, this battery management system is said to be the heart of the battery. Hence, it preserves the battery and also it controls the operating performance of the battery within the safety operating limit. So next one is the power electronics converter or the controller. So this will power electronics controller or the converter will regulate the speed of the electric motor, so which this transmission system of this electric drive can be effectively operated. So this type of power electronics converter or a control will be chosen based on the type of the motor. So for selecting the electric motor type, we have to select the high starting torque motor. Only then it can withstand the huge load at all of a sudden or at beginning. So the high starting torque motor available are the DC series motor, permanent magnet brushless DC motor, permanent magnet synchronous motor, switched reluctance motor, and so on. So for small range applications are concerned, then we will use the permanent magnet brushless DC motor. When large range applications are concerned, then we will make use the permanent magnet synchronous motor. So this power electronics controller or a converter can be selected based upon the type of the motor to be used in the electric vehicle drive systems. So this power electronics controller or converter will be regulated the speed of the motor, because the output of this power electronics controller or converter will condition and control the electrical input to this electric motor. Hence the speed of the electric motor can be regulated, and hence it is operating the transmission system of the electric vehicle effectively, because we know that always the practically the speed of the motor depends upon the supply voltage if it is a DC motor, and it depends upon the supply voltage and supply frequency if it is a AC motor. Then if the voltage level, input voltage level, or the frequency level are regulated, means then automatically the speed of the electric motor can be regulated, and so the transmission system of the electric vehicle can be operated effectively. Next. So the same diagrammatic part, here there is a electric motor drive. Electric motor drive means electric power electronic converter plus electric motor. Power electronic converter plus electric motor are said to be the electric motor drive. So here it is electric energy sources. This electric energy sources are preferably to choose the green energy sources or the renewable energy sources like solar and wind, because this will eliminate the emission of the carbon dioxide to the environment. Hence we can maintain the environment eco-friendly when we use this electrical vehicle having the sources of the renewable energy sources or a green energy sources like solar or a wind.